This is the entry door from the garage into the house, and it's just a screen door. We didn't put it on here, but I'm going to replace it with a fiberglass entry door, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Stick around. Okay, so before I can put a new door in, I have to take the old one out, and it's really easy. All I got to do is just take out the screws holding the frame around. Take the pin out of the door, get the door out of here, and it's really simple. Now that that screen door is gone, I have to take off all the trim, and I'm not worried about being too careful with it because I'm really not saving it. So just pry it off. I'm using an old chisel, a pry bar, anything you can to get it off. Next is the door frame, the old door jamb, and I'm just going to cut it out with a Sawzall. My rough opening is all cleared out. I took the old screen out, molding, and the old door jamb. Now what I want to do is just double check my door. I'm about 33 1/4, and then I want to check the rough opening. I'm going to check it at the bottom. 34, I'm within reason there. Top to bottom, you check the same. Top to bottom, I know I'm good there. You want to check to see how plumb your door frame is, especially on the hinge side, because that's where the weight of the door is going to be hanging and swinging. So you just run a 6 foot or 4 foot level on the door. And as you can see, I'm right on the money there. So I'm pretty happy with this door frame. I'm good to go. So the first thing I want to do is I want to lay down some caulk, some sealant in this opening here on the floor. I read my instructions, which I recommend you always do. Read the instructions that come with all your products. And my manufacturer's instructions say they want 3 good beads of sealant along the threshold. So that's what I'm going to do. They actually say you should use an entire tube of caulk. So we'll see. I'm going to get 3 good beads of sealant on here. So I have 3 good beads of silicone sealant on the threshold, and I actually did use a whole tube of caulk. Next, I'm going to caulk this back of this opening on the brick mold of the door, all the way around. And just like that, I've gone through 2 tubes of caulk. This caulk is just regular acrylic painter's caulk. Once I have all the caulk where I need it, I'm ready to set the door in place. Now I've actually fit this door prior to this final installation, so I know it fits, and you got to make sure you do that too in case you have to adjust anything. You just set it in the opening. So I'm just going to put 1 screw in to hold it right now. And I'm going to check it for plumb. It's actually not too bad. And it's level up top as well. I'm actually going to screw off this whole hinge side. So the next thing I have to do, I'm on the inside of the door. Check the reveal of the door all the way around. And I can see right here, I have a larger gap over here. And here I'm rubbing, and also you can see a wider gap here, and then down the bottom it's not even as well. So if I take my framing square and and I slide it up to that corner, you can see it doesn't touch there, so I'm not square. So what I have to do is pry up the bottom a little bit. So I have a little pry bar underneath this frame at the bottom. And all I'm going to do is put my framing square in here and put it to where it's even, and then I'm just going to make a line in case it moves. So I'm going to check it again with the door closed, and you can, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a nice even line all the way across the top of the door. So I know that's a good spot. So then I'm just going to pin this side with a screw as well. So I'm going to pull the door into the jamb, into the opening, and up to my mark. So now what I'm going to do, it was square, but I want my reveal to be even. And if I send these screws home, it's going to warp the door. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back out the screws and put some shims in there to kind of even it out. So what I like to do is, shims are tapered, and then I get two pieces and reverse them, so I have skinny side, fat side, and then fat side, skinny side. So together they make one flat piece. And then you get adjustment flat rather than at an angle. So what I can do is close the door and then tap the shim in until I get to the reveal that I want. And I'm kind of liking that. So then I can just send that screw home now. And then just cut off the excess of the shim. And next I'm just gonna, since this is the inside, I'm just gonna tack it off with a finish nail. Ordinarily I'd be using my air gun, but I understand a lot of you don't have an air gun. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, so that's the basic steps of installing a pre-hung door. Fortunately for me, it was pretty simple because I lucked out and my rough opening was pretty plumb and square. If yours isn't that square, you're going to have to shim it a little more, and you maybe even have to pack out the frame a little bit. So all I have to do left for this project is run some caulk in my gaps. I'm going to tack in the brick mold to the building. I have to put the door latch and deadbolt on and paint, and I'm ready to go. So that's how I hang the door. There's a lot of shortcuts out there. If you have one, I'd like to hear about it. Also, if this is your first time here, thanks for coming. Special thanks to all my new subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet to HomeCraft Chronicles, please click that subscribe below. That way you won't miss anything that I'm doing around here. So until I see you next time right here with a new project, remember, take care of yourself and your home. I'll see you later.